the guests here today and the class of 2019, as well as our faculty. My name is Jasmin Roley, and I'm honored to be speaking with you all here today and to share my story. As I mentioned, I'm graduating today with a credential in special education. I'm also currently a teacher. My coworkers and classmates are often surprised to hear that I never imagined myself to be working in education. And I'm sure my mom is surprised too. So let me explain how I got here. I grew up in Silicon Valley to two parents who immigrated from Malaysia, were ethnically Indian, yet spoke most with a British accent from their time abroad. As you can imagine, this left me pretty confused about my place in society. But it also gave me some clues on what it meant to be part of different cultures, as well as what it means to be different. It also informed my academic interests. Academically, after I graduated UC Riverside with a BA in sociology and a minor in law, I wasn't really sure about my next steps. I thought about maybe I could become a lawyer or a social worker, but I still felt frozen for what to do for life after college. Someone near and dear to me suggested that I work as an aide in a special education classroom. And at the time, it seemed like the perfect placeholder. I was like, great, I need money, I need experience on my resume, and I love working with kids. But what I found there was something more than just that. I found something that I was looking for in terms of long-term careers. I found the opportunity to be able to grow, to be able to solve problems creatively, to be able to work with incredible people, as well as to make a positive impact on the world. I also found my academic and personal interests met. Being born to two Malaysian Indian parents with relatives everywhere except for the United States, I understood what it meant to support students from different backgrounds. And more than that, in college I had studied the educational and governmental systems that made up our country, the diverse communities within our country, as well as how these two subjects intersect. In the education setting, I was able to navigate a system responsible for supporting these diverse communities while being part of it myself. We all start school with differences, whether it be the language or languages we grew up speaking, the food we eat at home, what our homes look like, where our neighborhoods are, what access to resources we have, how we learn, and so on. But the most politically conscious thing that we can do is acknowledge these differences and use them as strengths, not barriers. We all have different starting places, but education should be accessible to everyone so that everyone has the ability to maximize their full potential. But while we may not have the ability to give everyone the same starting line, we still have hope to provide an accessible education to everyone and an equitable education. One of the faculty members here at San Jose State once said that being in education means being self-reflective of one's practices and being able to handle change. Immediately when I heard that, I thought, great, I'm awesome at overthinking, and while I may hate change, I understand it's the only constant we have in life, so I better get good at it. That being said, education is a field which asks its people to be able to reflect, grow, and to change, to constantly evolve. So if we keep a mindset of being able to do what's best for our students, while constantly trying to improve our practices, we can keep moving forward. It's easy to talk about a future where one of our students will all have equity, but it's our everyday actions and decisions that help build that vision. Having shared a workplace and classes with current and future educators, I have nothing but faith in our commitment to keep making better choices for our students and to maximize their potential for the future and for all of their growth. Like Abraham Lincoln once said, the best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2019. I love you.
That's really good.
Thank you, Jasmin. Thank you, Sarah, for sharing your stories and for sharing your inspiration with all of us. I know that among powerful stories from each of you, and I look forward